started it and took it out.
Yeah, no fuss, no muss. Let's bust through these numbers.
Is that a yes?
Looks like it's working.
I'd like to call this budget workshop to order.
Wait a second.
Great.
Oh, no, I don't have to second that.
I guess not. I don't know. Call meeting to order. There we go.
Oh, my goodness. This is
All right.
going to be fun.
So let's just start at the beginning. Nothing is different on the first one for training. So are we all good with the 3,000 for training?
You'll do mileage?
I mean,
That's
sorry,
mileage.
mileage. No, it says sorry, you're right.
That's my
Do,
age.
do, 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 do. The 3,000 is mileage. How come it says total all the way over here?
We're on this line right here.
Oh, way up there. Sorry, I was starting here.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the total for
Low total.
administrative.
Gotcha. Okay, first thing is mileage.
So are you just gonna look at the differences between? the budget?
Yeah, we'll just look at the differences. Yep, I'm just looking down. So the first difference is advertising. We put in, agreed to the 1,000, and budget committee recommended 800.
No,
Yes.
that's training.
Yeah, training.
Where are you?
Why can't I get this to line up? No,
You
you're
need a
right.
Piece of paper.
Yeah, I
like
do.
got.
I need it.
Fold it. Fold it.
Got it. Sorry. Okay. So the first difference is in
Training.
training. So from 1,000, budget committee is recommending 800. Have we added more into the training budget since
We added.
March? No, but I mean, have we used any?
I'm gonna have to go.
No. Has anyone attended a training just in the last month?
We're overspent in training. this
Okay.
year.
Hmm.
Jaylene and.
Do you know what's
Amy.
Do you know what's nice about training though? Is that like Jaylene got boosted, I got boosted. We took trainings we'd never had, so those are trainings we're not going to need for next year.
I know, but there's always more.
There is always more,
Mhm.
but you know
My
what?
general assistance one, I went and looked at those forms they told us to go look at, and it's good numbers for emergency stuff, so. We went over the budget last year, which was,
500
oh,
bucks.
500 was approved. So the 800 is still more than more than what we budgeted. We're already over at 655.
I'm good with 8. We're still within.
do
So
you
we're
think?
$150 over.
Yeah, right, you try it.
Well, not necessarily, I need to go print another report. It's probably, that was as of March 1st. You guys work on that.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Do you want to do 900? No, why don't you just do with 8?
I like the 8. Every bit counts.
Okay. Right, advertising.
Okay,
We're unanimous there.
advertising's the same.
Okay.
Next one is miscellaneous expense, fire extinguishers. And so we budgeted 1,700. So far, we've only spent 357.
I'm going to go with 1,000.
So can we go with 1,000?
Yep.
She'll come back, and if we're drastically off, we get it.
Sure.
All right. Unemployment, do I not understand what that is?
I think it's like FICA and stuff like that.
Like what?
But
FICA.
But they have 0 in the budget. And we have 150,
Oh, I'm not really sure.
which we didn't spend, but
You want me to tell you what I remember?
yeah.
She put some in there, Leanne, thinking that she might need it for Bob.
That's
What
true,
I
too.
remember her discussing when I brought
Yep.
it up at public.
That's
Okay.
And we
true.
said, very unlikely, if you do, you can get money from another account.
Okay,
That's why we went to 0.
okay.
And
Do you want to go 0?
you want to go 0? Okay. Thank you.
MMA dues.
MMA dues, we can't change
No.
that, sorry.
AvCog dues.
AvCog
no.
dues, we can't change.
Miscellaneous dues, no. We getting bad weather?
Oh, something about Ukraine.
Okay, supplies.
Everything's the same on that total, down supplies, and nothing on that.
Office.
Okay, office supplies. Okay, so in the past, we've mailed the town books,
Mm-hmm.
town reports, and we mailed them, do we mail them with the tax bill? We only mail one tax bill. When does that go out? That doesn't go out till October, does it?
Goes out October.
The annual town report, I think, goes out on its own.
Yeah,
That's that
I think
big
you're
book,
right. Yep.
That goes out on its own, so those aren't being mailed this year.
So do not, the suggestion was made not to mail the town reports in
Okay.
2025.
Next year.
Yep. I can email them next
I'm-
year,
I'm good with
2026.
going with the recommendation of the select board. We sat in on that, we heard the
You mean
discussion.
with the budget committee?
That's what I meant, what did I say? Select
It's
board?
like board.
It's late.
What do you think? Those that want it can pay to have it mailed or emailed it to them.
We're at 775 in training.
I thought it was the
775 in
following year.
trainings.
We want the mail.
Right,
Right,
we're mailing
Mail
this year. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So 800, you said?
yep.
Everything's good, Leanne, right down through to, or in office supplies.
Hold on.
No, we-
So fire extinguishers, we, unless there's a reason not to, because we haven't spent as much, we're thinking we'd go to the budget committee's 1,000
Recommendation.
recommendation
Just
from
some-
1,700.
For some years, they do.
I think until we know what's going on with the school, I really think we should cinch things up.
And we zeroed out unemployment. Everything else the same. We went with the 3,000 for office supplies for next year, meaning not to mail out the books next year.
Mhm.
Deeds and discharges. Budget committee recommended 3,500, we're at 4,000.
Do 35.
And it's been running 2,400, this one's 27 as of March, 2007. So do you want to go with the 35?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, next is postage and mailing. We're advocating for a lot of emails, obviously. But
Postage is keeping going up.
yeah, that's the problem, the postage keeps going up.
They just took a hike.
Do you want to do 35 instead of 45?
Means, yeah,
We can recommend
Okay, we can
35.
recommend 3,500, I like that.
Okay.
Okay, there's the totals. Okay, office equipment. 3,500 is what budgeted, that's what we went with. The budget committee went with 3,000. We have to have money in that budget for the printer if it goes. I'm not,
Didn't we talk about capital reserve for that?
is that the
This isn't
reason?
for the copier. This is just printers, computers,
Oh,
things like that. I just had to buy a new head for our registration printer. That was $200. So there's probably room to cut it.
you want to go with the 3,000?
Well, that's exactly what she's basically spent right now.
Mhm.
Do we have another account we can tap
That
into?
includes the maintenance for the copier. We have to pay an annual fee for maintenance.
32.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, 32.
Historical books, we've only spent 15.
Yeah, it's like over 1,000 for just for the maintenance
Okay.
on the property.
We're gonna go with 3,200. So historical books,
I'm gonna do 100.
we'd like to do 100. What do you think?
The utilities all kind of need to stay the same.
Yeah, we don't really have any choice on utilities.
No,
They're gonna charge us
legal
as much as they
services,
can.
right,
All right,
jumping down.
yeah. Okay, so, if we go down to legal, we have 3,500 in the budget. And, budget committee recommended 5,000 because we have a reserve account for legal. Would that be correct, Ken?
That is correct. That's just what I'm looking at. That's my notes. Legal reserve fund balance, 38,000.
So, I have a question for you, Leanne, and I probably already asked it, I just don't remember the answer. We wouldn't have spent our legal budget this year?
Not yet.
Right, not yet,
We're not finished.
right,
He said he'd submit all the ordinance reviews by Friday, which is bill will probably arrive in a month.
right. If we
But the
don't
other
spend
one-
it all, that doesn't go into legal reserve?
It was suggested that the remainder due for next year, but not this year. We didn't vote on it.
Right.
What about with the hill?
We suggested that you have an article at this year's town meeting for any leftover funds to go to town
Legal reserve,
legal reserve.
Okay,
it's a great idea.
yeah, it is.
So I have that article.
Okay.
So do we go to 5,000?
What do you think, Kathy?
Yep.
Payroll prep, yeah, stick with it.
Payroll prep we have to, because
Okay.
everybody wants to get paid.
The next discrepancy would be assessing.
I think we added is that where we added 5,000 for the factoring to bring our value?
It is.
That's it.
Yeah.
We added it there.
We had it in
You
budget,
added it there, yeah, you brought it to 26 from
Yeah.
21.
so
Yeah.
I think we should do that,
Okay.
okay?
Do what?
So we had 21,000. Budget committee, after talking with Leanne and talking about assessing, I think we bumped it up to, during that
26.
meeting, up to 26, so I think we were all in agreement at that point.
Okay, so we're on the
Okay.
same page for tax, map revision, mowing.
Okay, no, services, 5,000, and budget committee recommended
750.
$750. That's the IT guy.
Yeah, for all those firewalls, some more equipment, microphones, the original request, 1,700. All that stuff, the budget committee decided we don't need all that right now. I think they put enough in there, because he gets $150 an hour, in case I have an emergency, he can.
Right,
Again, after listening to the school board, if that budget gets approved, we're in trouble. So I almost think that any extra spending this year would be a no-no until we figure out what's going on there. If we don't spend it, great. If we spend it,
After a while, it'll probably get approved. If we say no this time, they'll have another meeting and
oh, you mean the budget? School budget?
Have they,
Usually when they have that other meeting, they drop down the vote and try to get the voters together. They talking about the school budget.
Oh, I love it when they say, we added this in, but then we cut the budget, we took it out. I'm like,
well.
it wasn't in the budget before, so.
Did you guys get the number where they're at right now? Is it lower than what they gave us a month ago?
Um,
I didn't
Not-
think it being any lower.
Yeah,
They
no.
actually added a little, I think, is what happened.
right, because they tried to cut French out, then they added French back in. Not us, because we don't get French.
There were things that were cut, but they voted against.
And then the school board put it back in the
Yeah.
last meeting.
So it's gonna be more,
Possibly be more.
right?
So are we going with the budget committee's recommendation of 750,000?
You know what, do 1,000.
You gotta be able to cover up, regardless, if something happens to the system, he's gotta come and fix it.
Right,
So, which is what, 150
150 an hour.
yeah.
You know, we do pretty good. Well, Jamie does pretty good on her.
Right, yeah, yeah,
I shouldn't, unless something drastically goes wrong.
right, which we hope it will not.
auditing,
That's considered an administration, Leanne, where you can move some money around if you need.
Yeah, all of this is administration.
So
auditing is a
you
set
could pay
price.
from one account to the other if you need it.
So, can't do anything with auditing.
Except for town clerk, you can't touch that one.
Yeah,
Can't touch what?
town clerk.
No,
Liability.
okay,
Can't touch. Well,
Liability, building, some of the insurances, we can't wiggle on that,
No.
so. Town clerk,
we did get town clerk, I got building.
where are you?
We got building.
Oh, no, we can't do anything about those. Building, workman's comp, I think,
I'm just going line to line, you were way ahead of me,
well, yeah,
because
because
I can't see in a straight line.
we're on the same page with budget committee.
Okay, town clerk, got it.
Can't touch it.
Can't touch
One
it.
thing
We haven't touched any of the insurances, we're lined up with budget.
I did look into the retirement that we did sign up for, and there's $1,000 a year service fee for that, which I don't wanna do it anyway, but. And I haven't gotten too far,
Is that the one you wanted?
no,
Oh,
but that's the one Christine said to sign
Oh,
up for,
yeah.
that's $1,000 a year service fee.
Just for the service fee.
Yeah, so we haven't been budgeting enough anyway, so.
Oh,
have you checked out the one what you wanted?
I'm trying, I've been asking around, but I haven't gotten very far
what is it you're looking for?
abroad, but it's not a big deal.
You know, Rottweiler, I think would be good for you.
Oh,
So, they might
my
need-
company
you gotta
matches
have
3% too. I think she
more
should be able to put it in somewhere.
Yeah, but she's suggesting you go and pay service fee. It doesn't make sense for one.
So as far as clerk stuff goes, we're on the same page with the budget committee recommendations, so jump down to deputy clerk. There's
Okay,
nothing to change there, we're on
nothing to change.
the same
Deputy
page with
clerk,
them, all the
okay,
recommendations.
yeah,
We're good on that?
yep, all the way down, deputy clerk, we're all good too.
Selectmen,
And we're not, besides what we'd already agreed to, that's already in here, the couple of raises, correct?
where?
Bring,
A deputy had a raise in ACO, that's it.
yep,
Oh, yep.
okay. All right,
Selectmen, leave it, road commissioner,
okay, so under FICA and Medicare,
you want selectmen?
I'm under road commissioner. There are differing numbers. Because he hasn't used his salary allotted or what we thought would be the average, right?
No, because budget's recommendation is cheaper than what you recommend. So
Right,
therefore, those both drop.
Oh, okay.
Recommendations.
Gotcha.
Yours.
right. But that's what I mean, under road commissioner, we've got, we put in what was approved for 2025. And he's used very little so far this year. Budget committee recommended 20,000 in that budget versus the 22,704.
I guess we can let the people decide.
Okay,
What's that? Leaving it?
I guess we're gonna leave it.
Fire warden.
So, but that was based on 800 hours, correct? That's what the little note,
Yes,
Yes.
on 800 hours. We didn't drop it
and
that much.
in the previous years, he's not met anywhere near that.
That was our argument, even in road one.
The highest one is 1659 and 22. That must be when we did the bond.
Yeah, that was road one.
All right, well, with that being said,
Well,
You-
it'll base
you
it
wanna
on
drop it down?
800 hours, which would be,
Okay.
okay.
we're gonna go with the budget committee recommendations. Fire
Which is
warden,
800 hours,
right,
which he's not met in the last several years, so.
fire warden, good, health officer, we all line up.
Can't do nothing there, can we?
Emergency management, we line up. Plumbing inspector. So,
I mean, we hope we're gonna have somebody in here.
Right.
Have we had anybody apply?
One person and 2 others took applications, but they're gonna have to be
Trained.
Right, they're gonna have to go
And I
to,
don't know what wage you're gonna decide to start them at if they're not experienced, so.
right, and they're not certified yet either, right?
Um,
As far as you know,
One might be, but not the one who applied
gotcha. Okay,
so far.
okay, so what do you wanna do? Do you wanna go with the budget committee? They're still higher than what,
yep, I'll go with budget committee.
I really know where we're at right now.
Okay, plumbing, it was,
We're at $4,095 on LPI right now.
what, 4,095?
We're over that.
so we're over.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna say then we need to keep it at the 45,
What did you do for?
but we're already at over 4 now.
Yeah, by $95.
Summer months are coming.
Less building coming,
Less,
less building in the next year with prices, interest rates. That's my thing. Whether it's true or not, we'll find out.
I'm all right with 4, I guess.
2-4.
Now we gotta figure out what 75%
That's right.
and 25% is.
So sorry.
But you did that for us because we recommended.
For you, but not if they change.
Code enforcement,
Going with 4
yeah,
for
Okay.
license.
we're gonna have to squeeze everywhere, guys.
160 hours.
Did you say the same on road commissioner?
Yep,
As you, we moved it to you.
So everything on that page is
same.
Pretty much, yeah.
just making notes.
Maintenance. I'm good with the 38. Leave it at our recommendation.
He's a lot of work to do. He's gonna be using up all those hours.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna leave the recommendation
The
at 38.
38, 27. We're still gonna need volunteers to help him paint, I think, in order to keep his
Mhm.
hours down.
Yep. So if you're gonna do that, all right, so looking at constable, do you want to keep the constable?
It's a stipend, so there is no hours.
Mhm. So,
Leave
okay,
it.
So how would we change it? He's already contracted. So,
It's not a contract, but you might want to discuss it with him first before you,
right,
you
and
might not want the job if you could.
Yeah, no,
it's,
I'm thinking where constable's constable, could you tweak maintenance, but no, we'll get him some help. ACO,
The budget committee suggested using some of the reserve to pay for the wages.
which reserve?
Animal control reserve, which
Okay.
has 10,187.
Okay,
And we recommended 2,000 from that reserve.
okay,
so we'll go to 3,700?
yep,
So we're not gonna change the withholdings because we're still gonna.
Right, because we're still gonna pay it to them.
mm-hmm,
Yep,
so comp committee, planning board,
okay, so hold on.
I'm sorry,
She asked for 700, and the budget committee recommended 0, because we want to mail this,
mail surveys.
email, do they mean email surveys and mail Hartford happenings
Mhm,
versus not mail?
mhm. So
And-
hard copies at the town office and emails. Yeah, I like it,
Or send with
the tax.
town report
Yep,
or
okay.
tax bills or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
Sure. So do you want to cut the,
So are we going to go with the recommendations of the,
mhm,
and training is there also? Under planning board?
mhm.
They spent,
Appeals board?
Oh, hold on.
$90 back
planning.
in 21.
So.
because
comp-
everything's online now, right? For a planning board,
So comprehensive plan,
right?
we requested
She
700,
requested
yep,
700,
and they
yeah.
said 0, so I zeroed it.
Okay. And then the 800 for office supplies for
Planning board,
planning board. And budget committee recommended 0. I still think they're gonna need to buy paper and stuff to scan. Some
I
supplies,
want paper.
true enough.
they want digital everything.
I know, but I'm just thinking they're gonna need some supplies. Some of that's, I don't know how new it is, but some of the older stuff, aren't they gonna have to mount it on something before they can scan it?
I have supplies.
Okay. Leanne says she has
So
supplies.
we don't need that. We'll make do.
Okay, and
Appeals board.
appeals board. And you put in for $1,000
For training.
for the LD 2003 notices and notices. How about,
I'm thinking,
Fine.
can we do like 500? Well, I mean,
I'm
there was a
thinking-
reason why they wanted that.
Mm,
I had to do with
Because of the 20.
LD 2023.
Yes, LD.
'Cause it's gonna be
2023,
trainings.
They thought that we'd end up in legal. But there's some of us that think that we resolve that by eliminating the comprehensive plan, or we will hopefully at town meeting.
Right,
And we will follow state statute. So we shouldn't have any legal repercussions that appeals board should have to review. It's gonna be pretty straightforward. We're just gonna have to follow state law. So,
And the chicken growth
so,
wording out of the building permit ordinance,
yeah,
hopefully.
so it's gonna be, to me, pretty cut and dry.
okay,
So they thought there might be some repercussions from multiple dwellings in our comprehensive plan, the row zones. We've come up with a plan to eliminate all that this year.
okay.
So that's why we.
That was the reasoning behind that. Okay. Ordinance hasn't requested anything.
So you agreed with 0 on?
Yeah.
mhm.
Squeeze. Okay.
I know, everybody's gonna take a hit. I know
Yeah.
people are not gonna be
Yeah,
happy,
we're all
but
in it together.
but we have to do something.
We're all gonna
Right.
feel it. Mhm.
All right,
Elections.
elections.
It's about $900 per election, not, a little over 900. We're gonna have
Two would be enough, huh?
November, June, and we might have to have another one. Hopefully not, but
No?
2
2,000?
at 25.
Well, she said it was $900 an election, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good God, put that thing on silent.
It's been off the wall today.
It's been that kind of day. Everyone's been off the wall. I don't know what to say. I hate to go over budget, right?
Um,
I'm gonna do the 2,000.
We, I think, look at past years, and now we know that the recall election will be during the regular
Right.
election. Won't be any extra cost there. It's only if the recall goes through, then you'll have to have a special election.
Right.
Is there any way to use funds from a different area in this?
In the
Doesn't have
event.
to go- You can't share.
you can,
You-
but
you-
where are you gonna take from?
Well-
For all of these.
Yeah, well, anything I suggest is
Go 22.
contingency funds.
That, yeah, there's usually 3,000.
How about 2,200?
Okay.
So I'll change all the withholdings.
Okay. We're all on the same page except for beach supplies.
Is there a reason?
Swimming lessons.
Right, under beach supplies maintenance.
So they wanted $1,000 to create a reserve account. And so we were like, okay, let's do 500.
Well, we have to pay for porta potties.
That's what it was.
That's almost 300 something dollars if it gets stove up.
Well, we have to pay rent on them every month, 125
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
For 4 months equals
July, August,
500.
September, October.
Did we skip the swimming lessons?
What?
Or
I
we
think we're all
doing
the same.
all the same, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Mm-hmm. Maintenance.
So what did we decide? The 700 because of the porta potties goes into beach supplies and
I think that was tacking on the month of October in case it was nice, but what if it isn't? What happens to that money if we don't use it?
Gets rolled over.
Will it go back into
goes into
reserve?
fund balance.
Oh, goes back
Not
into fund?
reserve, no.
It'll go back into fund? Okay. I'm good with the 7, just in case you have to have that porta potty. We'll let the people decide.
Oh, yeah, we might end up having it early if it's,
Like October was beautiful this past year, who's to say October will be nice next year? So if it's gonna roll back over, use it. Or have it roll. Town office.
okay, miscellaneous expenses for town office. And we did have that because we had, we put the lights on the front of the building. That's coming out of there.
That was under
That's under something else.
let me look, see what we spent. Office, miscellaneous generator, battery, generator service.
Well, that's right, we had to buy stuff for the generator.
Maybe we should change that line to generator maintenance.
Well, it says propane generator on the bottom.
The thing, right? And then repair.
That's for the propane itself.
Right. Last year, we spent generators, last year too, like $700 out of that account.
Why don't we go with 7 instead of 8? Okay? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anybody bring it to the new one?
Hmm,
Office supplies. Next one is janitorial. And that supplies to clean the town office. And they're suggesting 175. Can you clean with 175? Okay. We will go to 175. Okay, that maintenance was new rugs, mats, et cetera, new window.
Yeah, but they just decided to spend that out of current year. So they felt,
okay.
well, it's recommended.
Yes. Recommend spend money you have.
Okay,
Do you want to do that?
yeah. Can you go spend the money?
You already approved it, so yeah.
Good, nice job. All right,
What's 175 you got there?
janitorial supplies.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got that. Yeah.
Okay,
Electricity, 550, heating oil.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Heating oil, budget committee said 800.
We've got heat pumps.
Might go up
Do you want to do 1,000?
Yeah, it's 1,000.
with oil.
We've
Yep.
spent 678.
Mm-hmm,
We can hope that that the price goes down.
mm-hmm.
Are we gonna, do we fill up in the summer? Because they're gonna be offering some really great prices.
They run automatic deliveries, so they come once a month or something, like in the summer probably. I
We
don't
wanna
know.
we wanna make sure we fill up this summer.
How much are you recommending?
1,000.
1,000?
And you said we spent what? Eight something?
678.
678.
I think I have a bill in the office I haven't paid yet. I'm gonna pay it tomorrow, but I don't know which, I think it's a town hall.
Okay. All right, so propane generator, 700, and they put 400.
We've only spent $58. I should probably have that filled before June 30th.
Yep.
So we'll do
4.
4. Okay. Town hall. Security deposits, those are all returned, right? So wasn't the thought that everything we take in, we give back anyway? So, but we have to have a number in there.
We take in $100, we have to give back
25.
25.
Yeah.
For each rental.
Right.
We're gonna go up 150, won't we?
We've, that's
Instead of
been rented
100?
lately.
Yeah.
Huh?
We need to.
We only spent $150 this year so far.
$100 from hall rental is stupidly cheap.
Well, I think we need to raise the price anyway. I think we need to raise it to like 125, 150 and give them back 25 if it's clean.
If it's clean.
Right. And if it's not clean, they don't get it back.
Yeah, it might be worth looking at that rental.
Yep. I'm even thinking that all the ones that we have clubs and stuff that use it for free, that they pay a security deposit and providing they pick it all up and clean it, great. But if they don't, even fundraisers, I just think that it would hold them much more accountable to make sure it's clean. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
crap on the floor and everything else. That's a topic for another day, sorry.
Mhm.
So we're gonna go with the 300 with matching. Okay. Janitorial over here. I know have we spent anything else besides the 119?
All right, 150.
Yeah, we're overspent.
How much?
We only budgeted 100, we spent 119.
Oh, okay.
Keep the 150.
Yep.
We'll go with the 150.
Maintenance.
Okay,
Not doing the floor this year.
because we got to get the other stuff done first, which is maddening, but, so we're gonna go with the 500.
Mm-hmm.
All right, heating oil. She said, did you say you have a bill in here that you haven't paid yet?
I don't think it's very much.
Do you want to do the 2?
We'll do the 2.
We sent 1630 before that bill.
This says 1430.
I know, but as of today,
Oh, it's 1630. Okay.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
2. All right, so the floor, we're putting the kibosh on for now.
Veterans.
For now. It's very sad. The floor. Heat pump maintenance, which we gotta have.
Mm-hmm.
It says move to reserve.
No,
No,
What does this say?
It's the memorial parade.
we need a line of ARPA.
Keeping the 445.
Oh, quote from Eco Heat Main. Sorry.
okay, Veterans Memorial. She didn't ask for anything for Veterans Memorial?
It's under reserves at the end.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
Garage.
paint. Want to go with the 500?
Oh, so okay.
I think if we have any extra money this year, we'll purchase some paint or stain.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, good idea.
Okay. 100 for the church.
Hold
Or the
on.
school building.
They, under maintenance, it says, 1,000 versus 500. Do you see that under garage?
New maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for, we're talking this garage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So $500 worth of supplies versus
Mhm.
1,000.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A1 school building.
Yeah, school building, Church Street. So we definitely need some paint there. And I don't know how much $100 is gonna buy us, but
I know.
hopefully enough.
$35, $36 a gallon.
I think when budget discussed it, we decided to forego paint and use the money, $100 for windows.
Oh.
Then the paint,
Yeah, 'cause we gotta fix the windows.
Okay.
there's still a gap in the window out back.
Yeah.
In any future window.
Okay.
And we decided to forego paint, hoping that we could get some grant money, because that is considered historical.
It definitely is historical, yeah.
Good reasoning.
Okay. Salt shed building. Maintenance, $1,000. But seal inside is happening in the current year, which is already budgeted.
We're gonna buy the sealer anyway,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
as soon as John gets over here.
Whether it gets used or not. So you want to move that to 100?
Sure.
Okay. Electricity at the salt shed, we can't change that.
Mhm.
All right, flags. Okay. So what did we spend for flags this year? Because I know you had just
Yeah,
bought them.
We just got them, I don't have the bill yet. I told them not to go over 250, because that's all we had in budget, but sometimes they go over a little.
I'm good with 3.
So 3 should be
Yeah.
good.
And I've got, Tammy's got us on the list to get a new flag for the flagpole.
She has it. We got
Oh,
it.
she got it?
Mhm.
How come she didn't tell me that?
I don't know. She
Oh,
called
she-
the office the other day.
Yeah, she called and Kathy was there, we all chit-chatted.
Hmm.
She was gonna drop it off, but we were closed.
She doesn't even contact the person who asked for it. Holy moly. All right, what did I just do? Advertise flags. So we both are 300?
Well, one's the total.
So we cross out the 300 for the new flag. It costs us nothing, did it?
Nope.
So we cross that out.
We're still,
We still have to
well,
get,
one's the total,
Correct.
one's the line, and then underneath is the
The
total.
dark gray one is the total.
oh, okay. All right. I
Did you
got
say
it.
yours is blue? Okay. Looks like we're in agreement with everything on public safety. Well, it's all contracted,
Mm-hmm.
requested contracts for fire department,
Yep.
so can't touch that. Sanitation,
They raised the tipping cost.
We actually went up, yep.
For sanitation, I heard someone was talking about it with our letter and the meeting the other night, and they said we probably wouldn't be able to afford to go in with them.
why?
It would be more.
You're talking about Canton?
No, Buckfield, with the rubbish.
It would be more than what we pay now.
Well, I guess he got like $1 million. I guess they started out with $1 million.
Yeah, but why can't we contract with them?
Yeah, we wouldn't be buying in.
Right.
The state says we can go in and do a,
The letter says that we would like to join as a contracted municipality.
versus
Not
as
buying
a,
in.
not a,
Drug dealer, they're taking
one,
it all.
1/3 owner.
Right.
They think they're over their limit now, as far as people coming in and dumping.
Yeah.
Well, they are having trouble with contractor trash.
They're having trouble with that compactor, yeah.
Mhm.
So I said, if we went in with them, they could be able to get a bigger one.
Right.
I didn't know.
That'll solve a lot of problems for this town.
Yeah.
We could get it.
We haven't really had a good triage meeting, so we haven't called a meeting to talk about it with them. We got a lot going on with in Buckfield school stuff, so.
Yep.
So
Okay, we can't do nothing to that, to any of that.
So budget's recommending 43 versus
Where are we going? Where are you?
Trash?
trash.
Oh. Tipping
Tipping
fee.
fee. They're recommending 43.
I think we did the math as a 3-1 on the 24 over 12 months, and that was like 7 months. And
Okay.
if we had maintained the same amount of trash through the year, we would end up being short. That's why we went up 3.
Yep.
Is my memory correct? Not that I wanted to go up.
Right.
Right.
And let's just say we don't use that. Does that roll into general fund as well? Okay. So you guys want to do that? 43?
Huh?
Yeah.
Or do you want to keep it at 40?
Yeah, no, I want, they did crunch numbers and
Sure.
got where we were.
Okay.
Don't want to set.
Hazardous waste, 350, that needs to stay. Mowing the old dump, that needs to stay.
Okay, Summer Road's Adams Road.
Oh, we cut a lot of this because of the FEMA. That was a,
Yep.
Keeping it all the same.
So what do you want to do?
I think I would go with the budget committee recommendations.
because we got FEMA money coming in
Mhm.
for reimbursement, so, okay.
Zero it out.
So no, you don't want line items, just a total, just like budget committee did?
Yep,
So all of page 8 will be zero.
What is 2 pages?
Yep, zero that out, so all of page 9 will be zero.
I think the first discrepancy is mowing.
is what?
Mowing and brush cutting
Where are you?
on page 15.
Oh,
And there's some-
because everything's the same. Gotcha.
We're just zeroing everything. We'll use FEMA money for all of this.
Road bond delete.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that road bond amount in there, so we don't forget about that.
What page is that?
Right,
15.
Okay,
right at the end of some roads.
okay.
Okay. So you said we're on page 15, and what were we looking at that was different?
The mowing and brush cutting. Mow half the town this year.
I think we get by with every other year.
Yeah,
I do.
That was,
Especially with
that
that-
was actually
I was
clever.
looking at them the other
Thank you.
day. Huh? I was looking at them the other day, and I think we can go every other year.
well, that's why we were talking, having them either cut half the town if some of the stuff was really long, like over where off 140, we got branches in the road, and I don't know how we would cut those, so, because of ditch, but.
Yeah, I think our thoughts were when we went to zero, that we could skip the year because of the how thoroughness that they had done last year.
Yeah, it's cut,
That they were taking down growth that was.
Big growth,
34
yeah.
inches, and even limbing up some trees. So with that, that's where we.
Take a year off.
Zero.
Mm,
To
gotcha.
skip a year,
Okay,
or 2 after evaluation again next year.
every other year.
okay,
Because he might not wanna come to do half.
Just
of
half,
the
that's
town.
right.
He
okay.
had his equipment here,
Right.
so he
Okay.
might wanna do the whole town while he's here.
Every other year.
And the piece of
Okay.
equipment he used this past year was super duper industrial.
I love that, that's beautiful.
Yep,
It cut a lot.
all right. That's actually really good reasoning. That's a good savings right there.
And then we went road repair. To take it out of this,
Okay, we'll go down to winter salt. We put in 80. Vim put in 9580. We put in 80,000, and budget committee put in 60,000 based on 100 and, based on 1,200 tons at 79.90.
did we skip one?
How many tons did we do use this year, Leanne, you know?
Miscellaneous.
Counting the 2 he just delivered.
I'm sorry.
Too many people
Can I
talking.
just stop you for a minute? I think you might have skipped one, I didn't see that on an error, on road repair under miscellaneous, the last one.
I zeroed everything.
Yeah,
You zeroed it.
yeah, we
I
zeroed it.
was already 8.3 to zero that, okay, so.
Yeah,
mhm.
winter road
So
plowing.
we've spent 59,552.
On sand or
Salt.
On
salt?
salt.
59,992.
You go 65? In case we have a icy winter.
No, I'd go 60.
Okay, I'll do 60.
And we've spent 59. Sand, we've spent 0, but if we look at the right line, but what we spent last year is gonna affect this year. Which was, seems like it was 33.
We put in 50,000 and they matched, budget committee felt the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Recreation.
I know we moved that to, administration, the rec department.
Huh?
Oh, they're asking for a reserve, so I put it under reserves. I must have skipped that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh. Reserves.
Yeah,
Oh, you skipped social services?
No, that's what I'm on right
we
now.
are.
Oh,
But the Hartford Rec Department used to be under social services.
oh.
Did I miss a page?
They're not a social service anymore. They're in our books. I thought you jumped to the reserves.
Oh, okay. So we recommended 300, which is what we've been giving the Robinson Library, and Budget Committee recommended 0 this year.
Do you want to do 150?
Yeah,
We'll let the people decide.
Right.
Yeah, we have to cut.
right.
We'll let the people decide if they want to spend any. So 600 for Hartford Heritage. 887, we're agreeance with that.
That's like a reimbursement.
Okay, we've decided to cut that. Safe Voices.
Buckfield Rec,
Yeah, we have a lot of kids that play there.
yep.
We'll let the people decide.
What are you putting?
I think we're keeping 1,000 for the rec.
Yep,
Just
Keeping 1,000 for Buckfield Rec.
wait, Buckfield Rec. Yeah, We have a lot of
Budget said
kids there.
5.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think I've told Kathleen yet that they're gonna start using the Hartford field, or one team is.
Oh, really?
Includes Buckfield, so we have to make sure it's moved. I already told those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Steve asked me a million questions. So when are they playing? Who's in charge? I need a schedule. I said,
Just keep it moved.
we just,
this is original.
all right.
Hartford News.
So, hold on, community concepts, nothing. Hartford News,
You kept Buckfield Rec? I don't-
Yep.
1,000, okay.
and Hartford News asked for, or requested 1,400. We suggested 1,000. Budget committee said 0. Did we get a budget from them?
Yeah, it's in your book.
Yeah,
Oh, you can.
I think we saw it. And they still have a pretty healthy balance in their
Savings.
savings.
Hartford News. Balance in checkbook as of 12/31/24 was 1620, but I think they did a mailing after that.
They've, right, and they're gonna do another one.
You wanna look at this? You can take it out if you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
$16,290 balance in checkbook.
What's that?
$16,290 balance in checkbook.
Oh, there it is. At the end of the year.
If we print
What's it cost for mailing?
740,
For mailing?
yep. Oh, well, printing 500, mailing 190,
And then they have
and
returns.
returns,
3 times.
$50 for returns.
What if we pay for the mailing at $750?
We should be paying for our own bulk mail fee.
Are they still using ours?
So why are we billed here for bulk mailing?
They pay the annual fee, which we
Okay,
should really pay for it,
okay,
but they pay for it because they're using it.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Would we use that bulk mailing?
The only time we use it is for town reports, but we're not doing that after this year,
Yep,
right?
correct. What about tax?
Unless we have some.
What about
special-
tax bills? When we mail those out, we
No,
don't
it
use
had-
bulk?
Each item you mail, bulk mail has to be exactly the same. Tax bills are not exactly the
Got
same.
exactly the same.
So it's,
Do they fundraise at all? For the
they
Hartford?
sell ads.
Okay,
That's about it, isn't it?
that's a
I don't
good,
know.
that's a good way to fund a newsletter.
Do they have a table at the craft fair? I know Arlene's usually there.
I have no idea.
I don't know who
Which
that,
craft
I
fair?
don't know who that goes to.
What if we make it so that we pay for $750, we pay for the printing and mailing?
Mailing? Mm-hmm.
We don't even pay for our own committee's mailings. We
That
cut
is true.
back. We decided to go online to save money
Mhm.
in their committee.
If we can do that, why can't they?
Well,
If we're gonna do our
so,
own,
right, but what I'm thinking is, if we don't cut them to zero, if we pay for the printing and stuff now, they need to have time to go sell those ads to get to a point
Mm-hmm.
that it's self-supporting.
People probably gonna vote for it anyways, because a lot of people like it.
they have to
They're
understand the
probably gonna
budget.
approve all of these.
I know.
What's that?
They're probably gonna approve all of these. They
Yep.
usually do.
Mhm.
Yep.
I would do 500 if anything.
What do you think?
They still have money in savings. If we give them $500, that'll carry them through so that they'll have to be self-sustaining like we are. That'll give them plenty of time to get ads. That's not leaving them dry. It's giving them something instead of going cold turkey. We had to get creative. They're gonna have to get creative.
Okay. 5. Okay. Hartford Food Bank, we're gonna keep it at 1,000.
I actually asked for their bank statement. I'd like to know where they're at.
I sent a message to Bill Glass and asked him if he could email me detail, and he said sure thing, but I haven't got it yet.
Okay. I
I'll see him Monday, I'll ask him.
Well, hopefully he'll,
Or he might pass it to me, who knows?
I kind of need numbers now to be ready for the next Selectmen's meeting.
right,
Another friendly reminder tomorrow, and then another friendly reminder, and then another friendly reminder. Does he know we need those numbers for Tuesday?
I'll see him Monday. Friday, I'll probably see him Friday.
Okay, just so you realize, you're gonna approve everything on Tuesday. So if I have to make changes, I'm gonna be running back and forth. But it has to be approved on Tuesday.
I'll see him Friday.
You have an in. Can you get a hold of him before that? Tell him we need it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see no changes yet. Oh, yes, I do, right here. Hope Association, they asked for 300, we put 300, and Budget Committee put 0.
Where are you?
Oh, Lifeline.
Yeah,
Didn't we, where's Lifeline?
right after food bank.
Oh, how did I miss that?
And MPN, BN. Is it right?
Oh, we cut that out already.
Oh, I guess you recommended 0.
Life flight.
Well,
What is that for?
it's for
Helicopter.
people, they pick up people that
Well, I
are,
know that, Sylvie,
Oh.
but
But they charge, I heard they charge like $25,000 to the,
so, okay. Then no.
but they probably wanna apply for grants and stuff.
so nothing?
I'm gonna have, no, not this time.
Okay,
RCAM, we're in accordance with budget.
next one is Hope Association.
No,
No,
SCAM,
Or
keep it
RCAM.
1,000.
yep. And then seniors plus,
right, but we're all the same.
right?
Mhm.
So that's why I'm moving down the list.
Oh, to where there isn't.
Yeah,
Okay, so that,
Hope Association.
The free library.
yeah, Hope
I have-
Association. I don't know what they do.
That's kind of for the,
Is that the one that was in Norway?
it's in
Oxford?
Rumford. They got one in Rumford.
Is it the mental health?
Yes, it's mental health.
The one in Norway.
Do you wanna look at Hope?
yes, please.
They go in Rumford.
I thought it was mental health
It
related.
is, I think.
I thought it was,
But you gotta go to the
Resources,
free
home
library.
goods.
Huh?
Free library is before that. On the social services.
There's some, I have more information if you need it.
Rumford?
Non-medical reimbursed activity programs
No, that's in
located by
my
parents of children with developmental disabilities. Those parents formed the Hope School to educate their children. Boy, this isn't at all what I thought it was. Today, we continue to provide education and training as well as adult activity in 5 group homes. We also provide case management, home support, shared living, outreach resources, and currently employ 1 employee from Hartford. We thank you for your support.
You have one from Hartford?
They have an employee that's in
Employee
Hartford.
from Hartford.
Oh,
That's why we went to 0, because we didn't have enough information to say they were.
How many families are they serving in Hartford?
Right.
Like, how is?
Right,
are
we don't know
Are
that.
we being served by them?
So we're gonna put 0. Kennebec Behavioral Health is the same. Next one is Cancer Resources of Western Maine. They requested 250. Last year it was 100. Budget Committee recommended 0.
Do you want to just do the 100 for tradition and let the people decide?
yeah.
Can't go up, sorry.
Okay, Mother's Community Club in Sumner
Yep, 100. Helping Hearts.
of Western Maine, 300, and I'd say budget, let's go with what Budget Committee said for 100.
Okay, recommends.
What did you do for the cancel one?
100.
0 or leave it at 250?
We left it at 100.
We put it down to 100. Okay,
Veterans Memorial.
okay. We've already dropped it 1,000. I'm gonna say that she's gonna need to fundraise for the other 1,000. She's got to have 3,000 in order to move, to get the thing up here and set up. That's what she told me the other day.
They have a little bit in reserve, actually quite a bit.
It's gonna cost $6,000 to bring the stone and set it up, I guess.
Hmm.
So I think she has 35 in reserve.
So she asked for 3.
Yeah, she asked for 3.
85.
We said 2. Budget said 1.
$15.
Yeah, how about 15?
On both?
And I just, the 250 centennial celebration, I know we already knocked it down to 2. But I just think that the groups need to come together and do stuff. I don't know what we would be paying for.
I think she planned on food, prizes, decorations, a band,
Amazing.
a big shing-ding. I don't know.
We can't afford a shing-ding. I know we're not gonna live to the next bicentennial, but I think that our community groups have got to come together to,
Do some fundraising, help her out.
what do you guys think?
Cut them both. What did you say is in reserve? 30
For
for,
250.
nothing.
No.
there's nothing in there?
No, this is a new article.
Okay.
I'm gonna say we should knock it down to 1,000. Are you gonna
The
say,
memorial,
for the centennial,
centennial, okay.
we went to 1,500. I thought we did for the
Okay.
Veterans Memorial.
Okay, and then 1,000 for the centennial.
Yep.
Okay,
We hope the groups will provide their own stuff. and-
we're gonna have to get her some help, get a committee together.
Yep,
So you're going to 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
okay, capital outlay reserve, that's for the copier.
Copier was 49 something a year ago.
I still think we need to keep the 4 there.
Let the people decide.
What's that?
Let the people decide.
Okay,
There's some money in capital outlay already, was it 7,000? You're quicker than I am, so I'll
Yeah,
let you look.
that posted on, what am I looking for?
Capital outlay.
Reserve, I think it's 7,500.
Capital is 78, that's not what you want.
Yeah.
Keeping it at 3.
Yeah.
Capital outlay reserve,
Yeah.
7814.
Yeah, 'cause
so do you want to go with 3 then?
Mhm.
Okay,
The mill rate's gonna go higher than the budgets, you gotta try to keep it down.
absolutely. We understand. Okay, the rec reserve, this is where they wanted $1,000 in a reserve account and budget committee recommended 500 to fundraising account so they can spend stuff
But this is so.
and
The
support,
money they take in can go into.
go into
Mhm.
two.
And they
Okay.
also can have seed money to buy the bacon and eggs before
Right.
breakfast or whatever. it is.
Yeah.
We thought, yeah,
So are we gonna go to 500?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Revaluation reserve, we put 50,000 and they put in budget recommended 45,000.
Right, and the other 5 is up in administration under assessing to pay for that factoring.
okay.
So we'll go with the 45.
The 50's actually there, just in 2
Yeah.
places.
Okay,
That's it, pretty much, well, your general assistance.
where's general assistance?
At the bottom of the
Down
page.
here.
Oh, okay,
But we're already over this year.
yeah.
Do you
General
want
assistance, we paid 1675.90, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
do you want to do 2,000? Do you want to go with the 1750? You want to go with the 2?
I think we gotta go with the 2.
Okay.
I'm just concerned the state's gonna push a lot towards us. They have made some cuts though on things, on that new emergency sheet, which is kind
Well, when
of,
our taxes go up, people aren't gonna be able to afford it.
right, bingo.
The lawyer sued
I
everybody.
know.
Yeah,
They come in the general assistance.
right.
I know.
And they're being led here. They're saying you go see your town.
I wish someday we could, like we have the Laura Fogg Irish Reserve
Yeah,
Trust. If we had another reserve just to help people out.
right.
But you'd have to have rules and,
Oh, yeah. And then this stuff we can't change, right? The agent fees, animal control, all that
What's the,
stuff.
what's the
Or do we?
contingency? There's a little line item here.
yeah, it's just if we go over budget and one department.
Okay.
or have an emergency.
At page 17.
Yep. So 3,000. Right here, there's a contingency. That's the little buffer. They're recommending 15. We have,
Actually, maybe we don't need that general assistance article because we could take it out of contingency for current year. I just added another article in the
Mhm.
warrant for overage and general assistance, but
if you've got
You
that.
could take it out of contingency.
Yeah.
out of the article.
yeah.
So there you go. So go ahead with their
Wanna change
15,
that.
which adds that.
So we're gonna do,
With
Contingency,
the
go with
recommended-
1500
Yeah, which gives us another buffer.
15.
versus 3,000.
Mhm.
Okay,
So 18 is nothing.
okay.
So the budget committee got the mill rate down. We're taking 30,000 out of fund balance to reduce taxes. They got it down to 21.92. And you guys equal
Oh, yep,
21.97,
and our current mill rate is what?
19.25.
2197.
And even if Mike O'Donnell does his factoring, it's not gonna lower the tax bill. It might look better
Right,
when it's offset
Right,
the other way,
right.
but it's not
right.
gonna lower.
Well, it will help with the homestead.
No, he said it would not. I talked to him today.
Did he say that would-
Email.
then why-
It'll look like it did, but overall, it's,
That's
Yeah,
why he recommended not doing it.
yep, so the only thing it's gonna do is save us on losing revenue. Tree growth revenue, I think he said.
It's on there right now.
From the
Thank you.
reimbursement from the
It's on
state.
there right now.
19.25.
Not this year.
we can't take any more from fund balance, huh?
Falls
What
back.
if that revenue will exceed the 5,000?
Can we not take more money out of fund balance?
You can. You have a fund balance policy, it's in your book.
We do.
Just, we talked about it, don't take so much that we don't have enough to
Right,
Is
use
it-
next year.
Right.
Yeah.
right. How much could we safely take to cover the taxes?
Well, we figured it after everything that was taken out from last year's town meeting out of reserves and everything. Figured we had about 900,000
Mm-hmm,
each month that we didn't touch.
mm-hmm.
But you're taking a little bit more out of fund balance
Mhm.
with this.
Which means our insurance, our income won't be as high either if we, because you can't invest that. What if we took 50?
Yeah, that's fine.
And what would that put our rate at? Is it worth doing 50?
Right down here. 50, review our totals. 2181.
What if we did 100,000?
That's 10,000. 2140, it's 121,000 per mil.
Okay. So that would put us at 2141,
Yeah. And that's just an estimate because our
right?
Yeah,
value's gonna change and got a lot of building permits.
but we have it to use,
Right,
and it's the taxpayers' money that came in to put it in there.
right.
Do you want to put it, normally we put it right in the article so that amount 20,000 can't be changed. It's
Right.
just yes or no, or you can keep it out of the wording of the article so it can be changed, leave it up to the voters. But then they could take more,
Mhm.
Right.
it could be scary.
They could add more than what
Right, they could,
we have here.
yeah, 900,000,
Okay, what if we took a whole mill rate,
121.
121? Because then we still have 700 and something thousand.
Must be 21, 22, did that make sense?
It can't make sense,
No.
because it would go down a whole mill. So it'd
20,
be 20.
21.
The one is a mill, 20.
You said to lower the mill rate, it'd be 121,000.
I'm thinking if we were at 21.97 and we take out a whole mill rate, it would stand to reason that we would be at 20.97.
No, without taking anything from fund balance, it would be 22.22. So I put in 121,000.
You just told us it was
21.97.
21.97.
With 30.
Oh, with 30 down.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Yep.
So what is it with
121.
22, without the 30,000 applied?
22 something.
22,
So you
22.
take 121 out and it's 21.22.
Then 150, that's
8,
1 mil over what we've been doing every year. 142. 125. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing 30 every year out of
Right.
it, so to go 1 mil on top of what we've been doing, you go a total of 150 out of
It would be 152.
152.
from fund balance,
Yeah,
that would be 20.97, which is pretty close because our value's gonna go up a little bit. And we don't really need $35,000 in, overlay.
That is not bad. From 19.25.
And we have
with
it in
everything going
reserves,
on.
and we have it in funds to use, and it's taxpayer funds.
Yep.
So we're giving it back to the taxpayer to help level things out.
General fund, do you think?
No, we've got a pretty healthy fund balance, so it's not gonna hurt, just,
$1 million on it.
I mean, if you put $500,000,
Sure,
that's scary.
Sure.
'Cause
Right.
That's scary.
Right.
But 150? Oh, I think that's
152?
wonderful.
Yep, and
Yeah, 152.
And we'll need to explain to them, we have a healthy fund balance, we've been saving,
But
and
you're
keeping
also putting
taxes.
45 into the reval, so
Yeah,
that's gonna,
which is smart, because we have to
Right.
keep
yeah,
going.
but that's gonna add to this, it's gonna be 200,000 out of,
152 out
Yeah.
of fund balance.
we're just gonna keep an eye on it, we
Yeah.
don't wanna
Yeah.
Right.
borrow
No.
money.
You're not like sweating or losing color in your face, so I think we're okay at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So I brought it down to 19,
No, we have it down to 20.97. 20.97.
that's good.
Considering everything that's hiked up, that is amazing, actually.
Where you start, 26?
No,
26 and change.
was it
In current, what was current again, 19?
19?
Right now, it's 19.25.
Yeah, I have it right here. Oh, there you go.
What was it, 19 what?
25.
No, well done, guys. Well
Okay. A lot of hard work put in here and sweat equity.
What's this one? Did we
Everybody's,
do all this?
What?
This-
So do you want that
What's
as
this
in the
page,
articles
19?
that can't be changed?
Yes, please, solid. That's pretty generous.
these are all revenues that come in that we
Oh,
don't,
yes,
we can't
yes,
change
yes,
that.
right.
You can estimate them, but they're kind of,
No, we're not. Your numbers are gonna be good. You know what comes in
So,
for boat registrations and ATV registrations and all that.
so that's like a mill increase of 1.75.
it's 19.25.
But everyone's taking it, everyone's
Yeah,
taking a
it's
hit.
Close, 1.72.
Every department's taking a hit,
Oh, yeah.
every department. And when we are sitting up at that town meeting, when we were working on the budget, everybody took a hit. And if there's a social service group that you guys want to give it to them from your balanced budget, from your budget, personal budget, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a limit, this is a big business, the way I look at it.
Right. And if somebody wants to give the 300 to the Hope Association, they can do it.
Because we know in a few years the trash is gonna go up.
Right, yeah.
And who knows, from the school board meeting we were at last night, what that's gonna happen in the years ahead. Or if we decide to split, it's gonna cost money to split,
Oh, it's gonna be a lot.
and then hopefully level out.
Yeah, we gotta buy back our stuff we gave away.
Hi, teachers.
You ready to adjourn there, lady?
Okay, so I'd like to adjourn this meeting. Thanks, everybody,
I'm
for,
gonna send, I'm sorry,
oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna send you updated expense, everybody, the
Okay.
warrant and the town report very soon.
Okay.
So read it over.
Okay.
Okay,
It's going to the printers next month.
So do you want this one back? We'll wait for the current.
Sure, I don't care if it is that, but it's gonna give me.
We'll wait to have the real one that way.
All right.
Thank you, I think they'll do a great job.
Oh.
I'd like to-
And the budget committee as well.
Yep.